And it's important in this place that we put Daud and Irfan's testimony and their prophetic witness, and I know the hospitality as well that is part of their home, into a Methodist context, because as Methodist people we teach with our hymns, but we disciple with food. And I know that their house is a place of welcome. I know that this house is a place of welcome, and I hope it will be for us tonight. There is, behind the pulpit you can see on the live stream, or if you're sat here, way against the east wall, there is a beautiful mahogany box. And inside it is a rather plain church table. And by tradition, and I say by tradition because of course it's hard to tell, but by tradition, that table is the table that was in the foundry nearby here in the first 40 years when the Wesley brothers didn't have a big church to work in, but worked with their mother, Susanna, in a place of community welcome and witness nearby here in this, which was a very, very poor community. That foundry in borrowed rooms, in leased space, had that table in it, which is now inside the very, very posh and lovely mahogany box. The simple table, which I think of as Susanna's kitchen table. So if we gather here today and we break word and bread, and we do it not just to build up a church, which any fool with a big checkbook can build up a church, but we do it because we have a word of peace and prophetic witness to speak in our world, which needs it, like desert needs warm rain. Then let it still be so today. So you are in this tradition. It's your table. For those you can't see on the live stream, I'm speaking to Daud. And when people older than you get in your way, either by our tiredness or our busyness, or by our committee structures or our rules or our anything else, gently push us out of the way. Be kind to us. You know, set a path that we can then follow after you. Leave some breadcrumbs so that we can find our way as you go. But push us out of the way. And do you want to speak, Daud? And Irfan, I should say, in a moment I'm going to call you to give a blessing, just so you can prepare yourself.
I think we're ready for the blessing, so I'd just like to ask someone else to come to the front as well when we do the blessing. And in this area, in this church, we just heard about it now as well. When we were completing our walk, we went through a path that had the history of the Wesley brothers alongside it as well. One name that always comes up is Susanna. That's a name that always comes up. And I was speaking to someone 2-3 days ago in our hotel after we'd completed one day of the walk. And that person was just telling me about how he's seen me grow up as well and how our upbringing's been. So when we've been on this walk, people have seen two of us, people have seen two people who are doing the walk, and we're always on camera, we're always at the front, but there's one person who this wouldn't have been possible without. That I don't mean just this walk, even though in this walk this person was with us the whole time, not on the route, but always waiting for us and ready to look after us, but every moment of our lives. And what this person who was talking to me was telling me was that the upbringing that they can see in me is the upbringing that has been done by my mother, and before that, the upbringing that's been nurtured into my parents by their parents, my grandparents. So I just want to say a big thank you to my mum, and I know they're watching on the live stream, so as a family right now we're actually really missing our sisters as well. I have two other sisters who they've shaped me to become the man I am right now as well, so we're really missing them, and my entire family. We wish they could be here, but I just want to thank them that the reason I'm standing here right now as well is because of all of them.